Biggest learning since you've been a business owner?
Biggest learning. I will start by saying I've learned so much about myself. I don't know if that's where you want me to take the
Yeah,
question or the answer.
wherever you want to go.
I've learned so much about myself in learning how to lead people. Um, you know, and just the difference between sort of like leading and managing and controlling people in a way. Like, leadership has been so different, and I'm constantly learning and growing and evolving every day. And then there's that little added challenge of leading a remote team as well with team members, all over Australia, and we've even got one in New Zealand. So, yeah, I just think as a person, I've grown so much over the last few years. I mean, I could go into all the little nitty gritty things that I've learned, but I think like if I wanted to kind of sum that up and keep this relatively short, I, I've I've learned I've learned a lot about myself, and I've grown as a human being, and I've grown as a person. And one other thing that I do sort of want to touch on is I've learned that there is opportunity everywhere. So, we touched on earlier about the pandemic and COVID, and we've spoken about, the potential for, cash flow and, businesses and sustainability. And I think even in times like this where things might seem a little more challenging, I think there's just opportunities to be found everywhere. And running a business and now too has really opened my eyes up to that. We are born and we grow up and we're conditioned as children in a way that you go to school and you learn and you study and then you get a job. And we're kind of conditioned and taught, well, at least I was, so I can only speak from my experience, that's what school kind of taught us, that, okay, and then you get a job and then you do that for the next 20, 30, 40 years, right?
Yeah.
And from running a business, I've learned that there are so many more opportunities and so many more ways of living life than that. So, you can run a business, as an entrepreneur. You can be an intrapreneur where, you work under someone else's business, but then you gain share of that company. You can invest in other businesses. You can give people part ownership of your business, or growth or profit shares. Like, there are just so many different ways of doing things that we're probably, and like I said, or I wasn't educated so much growing up and going through the school system. So it's really opened my eyes up to just opportunity and lots of ways of doing things.